Good day, everyone. Let's proceed to our next discussion, which is about Filipino cuisine, a form of popular culture. So, before anything else, let me introduce myself first. I am Rosie Alvo, and I will be the first reporter for this topic. And to introduce you to our topic, we prepared here a video presentation that we have found on the internet. And I'll give credits to the feature videos about food encounters and travel. So thank you for making such a good documentation. It that features how rich our culture is. So let me share to you the video.
If there's something that could truly represent Filipino gastronomy, you know the answer. Luto ni Mama. Kain tayo! Our mothers and home cooks are the true custodians of Filipino cuisine, no doubt. Whether it's your mom's extra sour sinigang or hot dog fried rice, home cooked meals are a culture on its own that shaped our identity. Filipino food traditions were preserved, evolved, and passed down not by restaurants or formal chefs at first, but by everyday people, especially our moms and dads cooking at home. Home is a laboratory of Filipino cuisine, and it's a place where Filipino dishes were innovated and lovingly maintained across generations. In particular, the home cook's role in feeding the family wasn't just about nourishment, it was about teaching culture, identity, and memory through food. Doreen Fernandez said it best: cuisine is evolved by the people who cook daily for those they love. That's why when you ask a Filipino cook for their secret ingredient, the answer is always the same: pagmamahal. And as cheesy as it may sound, home is where the heart is. So, what's your favorite home cooked meal?
So after watching the video, I know that you can answer the question. What is the Filipino cuisine and why it is important in culture? So according to the video, Filipino cuisine is best represented by luto ni mama or the home cooked meals. So, why do you think, according to the video, it is said that the home cooked meals are the best represented by luto ni mama, not luto ni papa or not luto ni kuya? So, even here, we would think na may gender bias. But no, alam naman natin na before, ang culture natin is nare-recognize na ang mga babae is dapat nasa bahay lang and women should be the one to do the household chores including sa cooking, while men are recognized are to be the one to provide to their families. So, naging traditional na siya, and if you have noticed, until now is nangyayari pa rin siya. So another one is true Filipino gastronomy is preserved and passed down by home cooks, such as restaurants or chefs. So when we say Filipino gastronomy, it is an act on how we show our appreciation to something. It's very important to preserve our Filipino cuisine. But how? So of course, it is passed down from generation to another generation. Kaya if your parents wants you to learn on how to cook, please don't refuse because one day you will be the one to teach your children on about dish, and or else they will be the your children will be the one to ask about that dish. So another one is the home is the laboratory of Filipino dishes where food is maintained, innovated, and shared across generations. So have you experienced this? Like you are very tired from school and then pag uwi mo is may nakain na ulam sa lamesa. And especially, it's your favorite food, like adobo. So, when you eat that food or that dish, your energy is nababalik and nawawala yung pagod mo. So, why do you think that happened? It is because that food is your parents' home cook. So, it makes you feel love. So, of course, sometimes we also do food experiment in our house. For example, what if lagyan ko ng puso ng saging yung adobo? What would happen or ano kaya ang magiging lasa nito? So, kapag pumatok yan sa panlasa ng mga Pilipino, of course, It will pass down from generation to another generation. So fourth is Filipino cuisine reflects culture, identity, and memory and love. So remember that Filipino cuisine represent our culture. And according to Doreen Fernandez, cuisine is evolved by people who cook daily for those they love. Kaya, if someone asks you, what is your secret and why does this food taste different from other foods that I already take? So the answer is love. So if you love cooking, that food will also be loved by others. Remember that, okay? So now, let's proceed to the different kinds of Filipino foods. May I call on Miss Claudine to discuss it with you?
Good day, everyone. I am Claudine Incluna. Today, I will be sharing some of the most popular Filipino dishes that truly represent the rich and flavorful taste of the Philippines. So, here is the first dish, which is adobo. So, adobo is an ubiquitous dish in any Filipino household. Ubiquitous means something that is found everywhere or very common. In Filipino household, adobo is ubiquitous. This means nearly every family cook and eats it regularly. So, according to the text, this dish is originally influenced by the Mexicans and the Spanish. In the word adobo means marinade or sauce. And also, it is commonly made with chicken. Pork is a second option, simmered in vinegar, black pepper, soy sauce, and bay leaves. Adobo is usually cooked for family meals, celebration, and everyday dining because it is easy to prepare and lasts long without spoiling. So, here is the variation of adobo. First is chicken adobo. It is made with chicken instead of pork, often with added potatoes or bell peppers. Second is the pork adobo. It is a classic version made with pork, sometimes with other added liver or heart. Next is seafood adobo. Features shrimp, fish or squid cooked in the same savory sauce. The third is vegetarian adobo. Uses tofu, mushroom, or vegetable, catering to plant-based diets. So the last one is adobong poset. Squids cooked in adobo sauce often serves with its own ink sauce. So in short, adobo is a tasty dish that easy to make and feels like home. So that's all for the first dish, which is adobo. Let us move on to the second dish, which is the Bicol Express. Bicol Express is known for its spicy, savory, and creamy flavor. It's a Filipino dish that comes from the Bicol region where Filipino loves spicy food. It's made with bite-sized pork, cooked in coconut milk, shrimp paste, and lots of chili peppers. So this dish is originally named after a train in the Bicol region of the Philippines, which is known for its spicy cuisine. So this dish is often prepared during lunch or dinner and served on special occasion or family gathering, especially for those who enjoy spicy food. So here is the variation of Bicol Express. First is spicy Bicol Express. Extra hot version with more chili pepper or hot sauce. The second one is creamy Bicol Express. Adds more coconut mix for a richer, creamier flavor. Third one is Bicol Express with shrimp. Includes shrimp for added protein and flavor. So the third one is the vegetarian Bicol Express. Uses plant-based protein sources like tofu or tempeh. The last one is Bicol Express with pork belly. Features pork belly for a fattier, more indulgent version. So, in short, the Bicol Express is a spicy, creamy dish for people who like it hot. So, that's all for the second dish. So, let us move on for the third dish, which is the bolalo. So, bolalo, as you can see, bolalo is characterized by its light color, flavorful broth, achieved by slow cooking beef shank and bone marrow until the collagen and fat have beautifully melted into the soup. Beyond the rich beef, this comforting soup is packed with nutritious ingredients including leafy vegetables, corn on the cob, scallions, garlic, onions, ginger, and a touch of fish sauce for the authentic Filipino taste. So, bolalo is usually prepared during cold or rainy days because of its warm and comforting soups. It's also popular during town fiestas or family get-togethers in provinces like Batangas and Tagaytay. So, here is the variation of bolalo. The first one is beef bolalo. Beef bolalo, classic version made with beef, shank, and bone marrow. So the second one is the bolalo with corn. Add corn on the cob for a sweeter, crunchier flavor. The third one is spicy bolalo. Includes chili peppers or hot sauce for an extra kick. The third one is bolalo with pechay. Features pechay, bok choy for added greens and nutrition. So the last one is the bolalo with patola. It includes patola, sponge curd for a more traditional flavor. So, in short, bolalo is a warm soup that makes you feel good on a cold day. So that's all for the third dish. So let us move on to the fourth dish, which is the lechon. Lechon is the star of every Filipino celebration. It is a whole pig roasted over hot coals until the skin becomes crispy and golden brown. It is often served with liver sauce. So, lechon is usually prepared during big occasions like fiestas, weddings, birthdays, and Christmas. It is known as the most invited visitor in Filipino festivals because no big feast is complete without it. So, here is the variation of lechon. The first is Cebu style lechon. So, it's known for its distinctive flavor and crispy skin. The second one is Manila style lechon. Features a more traditional savory flavor profile. The third one is boneless lechon. Uses a boneless pork belly for easier preparation and serving. The fourth one is lechon kawale. Deep fried pork belly, often served with liver sauce. The last one is lechon paksiw. Leftover lechon cooked in a vinegar-based sauce, often served with rice. So in short, lechon is the best part of any party with crispy skin and juicy meats. So adobo, Bicol Express, bulalo, and lechon show how Filipino cuisine bring together family tradition and love for good foods. Each dish tells a story of culture and celebration that every Filipino proudly share with the world. And ipapasa ko na to kay Miss Nikki Ladika to continue. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Nikki J. Lidika, and I'm going to continue the discussion. Now, let's talk about balut. This 17-day-old duck embryo is boiled, served with rock salt or spicy vinegar. Balut contains nitrous broth or concentrated liquid, the yolk, and the partially developed embryo itself, which can range from soft to having developed feathers. This dish is typically seasoned with salt or vinegar and eaten by first sipping the broth, then peeling the shell, and consuming the rest of the contents. Balut is the fertilized duck egg popular in the Philippines and believed to have originated in China during the 17th or 18th century, where the practice of eating such eggs was documented. Chinese traders and immigrants introduced the food to the Philippines, and it later gained significant popularity, especially in the town of Pateros, becoming a cultural icon there and in other parts of Southeast Asia. So we have here variations of balut based on incubation period. First, we have younger balut sa puti versus older, more developed balut with visible bones and feathers. So, balut can also be prepared in different ways, such as deep fried, pickled, or used in dishes like balut, omelette, and adobong balut. And balut is typically sold by street vendors at night from the evening until early dawn, and while it's a popular street food, it can be found at stalls, local markets, sa bus terminals, and along streets near late-night establishments. So, bakit ka ba gabi tinitinda ang balut? May mga nagsasabi na para mas sariwa ang balut or itlog ng pato na may sisiw ay inaani sa umaga at niluluto bago maghapon, tapos tinitinda siya sa gabi. Yung iba naman nagsasabi na mainit ang balut kaya hindi nakaka-comfort kainin kapag mainit ang panahon. So, pag malamig ang panahon sa gabi, nakaka-relax daw ang balut. Next, we have halo-halo. It is shaved ice drowned in milk and served with generous amounts of banana, pinipig, leche flan, ube, and etc. So, the name halo-halo translates to mix-mix because the ingredients are mixed together before eating, creating a refreshing, multi-textured, and colorful treat that is a symbol of summer in the Philippines. Halo-halo originated in the Philippines but has its roots in the Japanese dessert, kakigori, a shaved ice confection introduced by Japanese settlers before World War II. Japanese immigrants created a version with sweetened beans and ice called mongya, which Filipinos later adapted, expanded with local tropical ingredients, and developed into the iconic Filipino dessert known today. So we have here halo-halo common variations. First, we have spicy halo-halo. So, it is a unique twist from San Pablo, Laguna. This version incorporates chili into the traditional ingredients. So, commonly, parang hindi siya masyadong familiar sa atin, 'di ba, na ang halo-halo pwede rin palang spicy or maanghang. Next, we have ice buko halo-halo. Ito naman, matatagpuan siya sa Batangas. This version blends the traditional halo-halo with buko or young coconut, shakes and toppings like makapuno and pinipig. Next one, we have salty summer halo-halo. This variation from a place called this Ben's halo-halo adds salted egg on top, providing a salty contrast to the sweet elements. Last, we have buko pandan halo-halo. Some versions include buko pandan jelly, a sweet jelly flavored with coconut and pandan leaves. Now let's talk about pansit bihon gisado. A stir fry consisting of rice noodles combined with sliced pork, chicken, and various vegetables. So, pansit bihon gisado is a staple of special occasions like birthdays, sa fiestas, and family gatherings. So, ang pansit bihon gisado, sobrang familiar siya sa atin kasi madalas siyang niluluto kapag, yun nga, pag birthday, kapag may fiesta, or kahit na anong okasyon, 'di ba? Parang hindi nawawala ang pansit. So, meron pang paniniwala na ang long strands of noodles are said to symbolize long life. Pancit dishes were originally introduced to the Philippines of Chinese settlers. Over time, Filipinos adapted the recipes using local ingredients and flavors, so making pancit bihon gisado a localized and beloved part of the country's culinary heritage. So we have here pancit bihon gisado common variations by protein. Features shelled and shrimp as a primary ingredient. Next, with chicken. Uses shredded chicken as the main protein, often made more flavorful by boiling chicken bones to creating a rich broth. So with chicken naman, mostly ang ginagawa dito is parang yung pinagpakuluan ng chicken, yun yung ginagawang sabaw sa pansit. Dito naman tayo sa with pork. Pork belly or other cuts of pork can be incorporated for a savory touch. Next, we have cabbage and carrots. Ito naman, it is common variations by vegetables. Next, we have common variations by vegetables. First, we have cabbage and carrots. For this, ang ginagawa naman dito, sliced carrots and cabbage are standard additions to many bihon gisado recipes. Ito, ang cabbage and carrots, parang very common siya na hinahalo sa pansit. Or parang mostly lahat ng luto ng pansit, meron talagang repolyo and carrots. Next, we have bell peppers and mushrooms. These vegetables are often added for their complementary flavors and textures. Next, we have sweet peas and green beans. Ito naman, it is often added for their complementary flavors and textures as well. Now, let's talk about longganisa. It is a pork sausage with different versions across the country, and it may vary to garlicky to spicy. Ang longganisa naman has spread globally, resulting in diverse local versions including sweet, pwede siyang spicy, pwede siyang garlicky, and marami pang varieties, no? Longganisa comes from the ancient Roman lucanica, a sausage from southern Italy, and was introduced to the Philippines by Spanish colonizers. So, ang longganisa, marami siyang malawak ang kanyang categories, no? First, we have hamonado or sweet, known for its sweet taste, often with a hint of pineapple, as seen in the name hamonado. We also have recado or garlicky savory. Itong ano naman siya, savory, pwede rin, salty rin siya, garlicky flavor with some variations, also having a sour note. So we have here examples by region. First, we have vegan langgonisa sa Ilocos Sur. So it is a famous example of recado, known for its distinct salty, garlicky, and sour flavor. Next one, we have Lukban Longganisa naman sa Quezon Province. Ito, personally, favorite ko talaga ang longganisa sa Quezon kasi hindi siya masyadong matamis and masarap talaga siya. It is also a ricado type. It is a garlicky and gets a reddish brown color from anato seeds or atsuete. Next, we have Tugigaraw Longganisa sa Cagayan, a type of ricado or ibanag longganisa recognized by its specific regional characteristics. Next one, we have Alaminos Longganisa naman sa Pangasinan. So another regional ricado variety. It is known for being sour and garlicky, often sold in small links. We also have Pampanga Longganisa. Ito very pag naiisip ko yung longganisa, parang ang naisip kong lugar is madalas Pampanga. This variety is known for its mostly sweet flavor and sometimes referred to as hamonado. We also have Chorizo de Cebu, a sweet, spicy, and garlicky longganisa from Cebu characterized by its vibrant red color. Last one, we have Kalumpit Longganisa sa Bulacan. No? A popular example from Bulacan. This can be either hamonado or ricado with a tangy and spicy flavor. To continue the discussion, may I call on Miss Kantawi. Thank you po.
Good day everyone, I am the next reporter from our group and today I will be discussing the common variation of selected Filipino dishes and the places where they originated. The dishes I'll talk about are bibingka, sisig, kare-kare, and lumpia. Each of these dishes show how Filipino cuisine is diverse, creative, and deeply connected to our region and culture. Filipino cuisine is known for its regional diverse and creativity. Many traditional dishes have developed different versions depending on the ingredients available and the culture of each area. The dishes bibingka, sisig, kare-kare, and lumpia each have unique variations that represent the taste and tradition of different parts of the Philippines. Let's start with bibingka. Bibingka is a traditional Filipino rice cake that dates back to the Spanish colonial period. Its name comes from the Indian word bibingka, a type of layered cake introduced by early trade and later adopted by Filipinos. So, originally, bibingka was cooked using clay pots lined with banana leaves and heated with charcoal on top and bottom, giving it smoky flavor. Unlike now, bibingka is often baked in ovens or electric stove, making the process easier and faster, though it may lose some of its traditional taste and aroma. But over time, it became a popular Christmas delicacy, especially served after simbang gabi. Today, bibingka remains a symbol of Filipino tradition, warmth, and togetherness during the holiday season. There are several variations of bibingka. We have bibingkang galapong, bibingkang malagkit, and bibingkang kamoteng kahoy. Bibingkang galapong, which is made from rice flour and coconut milk, is popular in Quezon Province where coconuts are widely available. Bibingkang malagkit, a sticky and sweeter version, can often be found in Batangas and Laguna. Bibingkang kamoteng kahoy, made from cassava, is common in Bicol and southern Tagalog regions where cassava is easy to grow. These variations show how Filipinos creatively used local ingredients while keeping the dish traditional flavor. Next, we have sisig. Sisig is originated in Pampanga, known as the culinary capital of the Philippines. The word sisig first appeared in a 1732 Kapampangan dictionary, meaning to snack on something sour. Originally, it referred to a salad made with green papaya or fruit seasoned with vinegar and salt. Later, during the American period, locals began using pig's head parts discarded from US military bases, grilling, seasoning them to create the modern sisig. It became popular as a sizzling dish served with calamansi, chili, and onions. In short, before, sisig was made from boiled and grilled pig's head parts mixed with vinegar, salt, and onions, and it was not served hot. Not like today, sisig is often served sizzling on a hot plate with added ingredients like mayonnaise, egg, and chili, giving it a richer flavor and modern twist. Sisig is usually cooked during celebration parties. It is also a popular dish served in restaurants and bars as a main dish or pulutan. Many Filipinos enjoy sisig during special occasions or weekends with family and friends. The common variation of sisig are pork sisig, chicken sisig, bangos, milkfish sisig, and tofu or mushroom sisig. Pork sisig, which is the traditional and most famous version, especially in Angeles City, Pampanga. Chicken sisig, a lighter version, is more common in urban areas like Manila. Bangus sisig or milkfish sisig originated from Dagupan, Pangasinan, where milkfish is abundant. Tofu or mushroom sisig is modern vegetarian version popular in cities for health-conscious eaters. This, vers- this version show how sisig continues to evolve while keeping its Kapampangan roots. Moving on to kare-kare. Kare-kare is a traditional Filipino stew made with oxtail, vegetable, and the creamy peanut sauce. Its origin is debated. Some say that kare-kare originated from the Kapampangans who adopted the Muro dish kari, while others believe that Tagalog people create it after imitating the original recipe. But then over time, the dish evolved into the well-loved kare-kare when we know today, a staple of Filipino cuisine that represents the country's rich culinary tradition. So, when kare-kare usually cooked? Kare-kare is usually cooked and served during a special occasion such as fiestas, birthdays, and family gatherings. It is a traditional dish often prepared to celebrate important events and bring families together. We have a different variation of kare-kare. We have oxtail kare-kare, seafood kare-kare, vegetarian kare-kare, and crispy pata kare-kare. Oxtail kare-kare, which is the most traditional and widely known version in Central Luzon. Seafood kare-kare, using shrimp, squid, or crab, is common in coastal provinces such as Cavite and Batangas. Vegetarian kare-kare, made with vegetables and tofu, is often found in cities like Quezon City, especially for people who prefer plant-based meals. Crispy pata kare-kare, which uses deep-fried pork leg, is a modern restaurant version popular in Metro Manila. Kare-kare reflects the Filipino loves for rich, flavorful food and show how regional ingredients influence local cooking. Lastly, we have lumpia. Lumpia is originated Lumpia is originated from China, where it was known as spring rolls. Chinese immigrants brought it to the Philippines and Filipinos adopted it using local ingredients. Over time, it became a popular Filipino dish with many versions, such as lumpiang Shanghai and lumpiang gulay. Lumpia is usually cooked and served during especially occasions like birthdays, fiestas, weddings, and we can also sell it to earn money because it's easy to prepare, delicious, and enjoyed by everyone. The common variation of lumpia, we have lumpiang Shanghai, lumpiang sariwa, lumpiang ubud, and turun. Lumpiang Shanghai, the fried version with ground meat filling, is often served at parties and celebration in Manila. Lumpiang sariwa, or fresh spring roll, is common in Tagalog province and is served with peanut sauce. Lumpiang ubod, filled with heart of palm, shrimp, or pork, is a specialty from Negros Occidental in the Visayas region. Turon, the sweet version made with banana and jackfruit, is a favorite street snack all over Luzon. Each type of lumpia shows how Filipino enjoy both savory and sweet flavors while keeping food traditions alive. In conclusion, the common variation of bibingka, sisig, kare-kare, and lumpia highlight the creativity and regional diversity of Filipino cuisine. Each variation comes from different parts of the country, showing how our culture adapts based on available ingredients and local taste. Through these dishes, we can see that Filipino food is not just about flavor, it's about identity, tradition, and the shared love for cooking and eating together. Thank you, and that ends of my report.
Now let's talk about the common Filipino breakfast. So we know that eating breakfast is important to our health, especially if you have some errands like school or work. So our day wouldn't be complete without breakfast. Kasi kung papasok ka sa school or work na gutom, your brain might not function properly because your energy is not enough to start a day. Kaya now, let us discuss what are the common Filipino breakfasts. So, the first one is tuyo. Tuyo is one of the most common Filipino breakfasts, especially in coastal areas like San Fernando and in Pasacao also. So it is made by drying fish under the sun and preserving it with salt. Usually it is fried until crispy and eaten with rice and vinegar. So sometimes, di ba naghahapon kita sa parents ta, maanong panira ta, and then they will answer you, tuyo. So, daw, kahit pa magsawa ka dyan, pwede pa yan pang ulam ng 1 week. So, it may sound simple, but it reminds us of our home and family and comfort. So, another one is the sinangag. When we say sinangag, it is a leftover rice fried with garlic. So Filipinos don't like wasting food, so we reuse it from last night's dinner. So tig- it is best paired with itlog or the egg, tapa, longganisa, or hotdog, forming our favorite silog meals like tap silog or long silog or hot silog. So another one is the pandesal. Sometimes nagiging alarm clock na siya, 'di ba? Kasi in our modern era right now, may meron ng cheese pandesal which is ang aga-aga pa lang is nagpapa nag-iikot na sila. So, when we say pandesal, it is a soft bread roll that Filipinos love to eat early in the morning. So, it is often paired with coffee, cheese, or peanut butter. So, the smell of the warm pandesal of the bakery in the morning always feels like home. So, dati, nagpupunta pa tayo sa mga bakery. But now, meron ng mga naka-tricycle na naglilibot. So, another one is itlog. So, itlog or egg is one of the simplest but most common parts of a Filipino breakfast. It can be fried, scrambled, or boiled. So, it goes perfectly with rice, tuyo, or even hotdog. And then, minsan, nilalagyan din ng tuyo or yung, English tuyo, yung rice. So, another one is the champurrado or the chocolate rice porridge. So champurrado is made from sticky rice and cocoa, giving it a sweet and chocolatey flavor. So it's usually eaten with tuyo, combining sweet and salty taste, a unique Filipino flavor. And pwede din siya na merienda. Another one is the best, taho. So taho, it is made of soft tofu, arnibat or brown sugar syrup, and sago pearls. So it is sold by vendors early in the morning who shout taho. So it is sweet, warm, and comforting, perfect for starting the day. Now let us continue. Now let us continue to our discussion, which is street foods. So here are the street foods that I included to this report. The first one is the isaw. Isaw is a grilled chicken or pork intestine. It's cleaned well, boiled, and then grilled on sticks. You can dip it in spicy or vinegar or the sweet sauce. So it is commonly and favorite street foods, especially during afternoon. For example, dyan sa CBSU, di ba after ng ng school, nagpupunta tayo sa park and then diyan maraming street food and you can usually smell it from afar and bango tala. It's so very the aroma is giving. So it's simple but tasty food that many Filipinos love to eat with friends. So another one is kwek. So it is made of boiled quailed eggs covered in orange butter and deep fried until crispy. So it's usually served with sweet or spicy vinegar sauce. Many students love kwek because it's cheap, colorful, and fun to eat. So another one is siomai. Siomai is a steamed dumpling that came from Chinese influence but became part of Filipino street food culture. So, usually made of ground pork or chicken, wrapped in a thin yellow wrapper. So, you can find siomai stalls almost everywhere, and it is best eaten with soy sauce, calamansi, and chili garlic oil. So, sometimes ginagawa din natin siyang ulam sa tanghalian. Another one is fishball. Fishball is one of the most iconic street foods in the Philippines. It is made from ground fish formed into small balls and deep fried until golden. Vendors sell them from carts, and what makes it exciting is choosing your own sauce. You can put sweet sauce or spicy sauce or the vinegar sauce. So these street foods like isaw, kwek kwek, siomai, and fishball are more than just snacks. They show how creative and social we Filipinos are. So street foods bring people together, whether we're eating after school during merienda or just hanging out with friends. So they are a big part of our everyday Filipino life and culture. And also the Filipino common breakfast may look simple, but they show how we are loving, family centered, and content what we have. So each meal reminds us that breakfast is not just about food, but about love, warmth, and togetherness.